The following material may contain sex, coarse language, and violence.
Bestiary of Folk Creatures of Arok. The Kobold. The climate and terrain they prefer is, well, any. Their frequency is uncommon. They are organized into tribes and mostly come out at night. Mostly. They are omnivorous, of average intelligence, and tend to be lawful evil. They are rather slow and have no magical resistance, and are small, often around 3 feet tall. Kobolds are a cowardly, sadistic race of short humanoids that vigorously contest the human and demi-human races for living space and food. They especially dislike gnomes and attack them on sight. Barely clearing 3 feet in height, kobolds have scaly hides that range from dark rusty brown to a rusty black. They smell of damp dogs and stagnant water. Their eyes glow like a bright red spark, and they have 2 small horns, ranging from tan to white. Because of the kobold's fondness for wearing raggedy garb of red and orange, their non-prehensile rat-like tails and their language, which sounds like small dogs yapping, easy there, Brendan, these fell creatures are often not taken seriously. This is often a fatal mistake, for what they lack in size and strength, they make up for in ferocity and tenacity. Kobolds speak their own language. Some speak Orc and Goblin. The kobold approach to combat uses overwhelming odds or trickery, or both. Kobolds will attack gnomes on sight, but will think twice about attacking humans, elves, or dwarves, unless the kobolds outnumber them by at least 2 to 1. They often hurl javelins and spears, preferring not to close until they see their enemies have been weakened. Kobolds attack in overwhelming waves. Kobolds are wary of spellcasters and will aim for them when possible. The diminutive race also enjoys setting up concealed pits with spikes, crossbows, and other mechanical traps. They usually have few ports and murder holes near those traps, so that they can pour flaming oil, missile weapons, or drop poisonous insects on their victims. Kobold warbands are armed with spiked clubs, axes, javelins, short swords, and spears. Their shields are seldom metal, but normally wood or wicker. Chiefs and guards tend to have the best weapons available. Kobolds have infravision, but do not see well in bright sunlight. Kobolds live in dark, damp places underground and in overgrown forests. They can be found in almost any climate. As kobolds are good miners, any area with potential for mining is fair game for settlement. Their society is tribal, but can be further broken up into warbands based on specific clans. Kobolds recover treasure from the bodies of their victims and often carry them back to their lair as food. In some instances, kobolds will not kill their victims, but will sell them as slaves. Kobolds are distrustful of strangers. They hate brownies, pixies, sprites, and gnomes. Gnomes are never eaten or taken prisoner. Perhaps kobolds are so cruel because they are easy prey for larger humanoids and hungry monsters. They have many enemies, and even the dwarves have had to admit that the numerous kobold-goblin wars have kept the number of goblins down to a safe level.
That was an excerpt from the Bestiary of Folk Creatures of Arok. Now, let me tell you a tale from an age of heroes.
The party of my servant, Sephiro, is embroiled in the webs of deceit and betrayal. The Drow will take them and give them pain and pleasure. They will lose their way, and none shall stand to oppose me. They will fall one by one. The creature thing has fallen. Her punishment for turning from my design has fallen, but not by my hand. She is lost, and her loss will rip at their tender hearts. This pleases me. The assassin, a creature born of my influence, a prideful worm in the heart of the group, twists with anxiety and dissatisfaction. Soon her heart will be open to jealousy and twisted into my servant. Even now she does not see how I have shaped her mood. Alone, bitter with betrayal, and consumed with feelings of abuse and neglect of her worth. This, too, pleases me. The orc, who dares to turn from my design. How dare he embrace the ways of nature? That realm is mine, and he defies me with his very breath. His doubts will consume him. His nature will betray him. He shall pour out his devotion onto the bare rocks, as he has been a rock for others' devotions to be wasted upon. Everything he loves shall wither and die, as the Cyclops did. Finally, his life itself shall be gone. This as well pleases me. The princess, beautiful and filled with spirit. This too shall be broken. Her music shall be silenced, her stories unheard. Only wailing and anguish shall come from her throat. That which is fair shall be fouled. This will please me greatly. My servant, though he denies it, is tormented by his inability to find a wholly good choice. Lust consumes him, and his struggles are pathetic. He will give in to my will, as he has many times before. He will drive away that which I do not take from him. He serves my will. His denials give me strength.
Your words hide much bitterness, for I perceive that not all events proceed to your liking. Ever have you been a corrupter, an alterer of things. A mighty foe you are, but in the darkness of the world, I see the suffering promised by my champion's impatience, not the manipulating hand of the dark.
So, you finally reveal yourself, Lorendil. Have you tired of hiding after so long? No. You send your so-called champion forward in your stead while you cower amongst your trees. You send him to suffer with those who would oppose me. How loving you are. Ha ha ha.
I send him to learn, to grow. A thing you seem to not understand, Curol. I send him into the world, for he loves it, as do I. I do not demand a path of him. I ask him to choose one and pursue it as he will. I wish it to be set against you, for I do oppose the evil you bring, and I pledge myself to returning you back beneath should you rise again. I know you have feared this decision of mine. I have made it.
I do not fear you, Lorendil. I loved you once. I offered you my throne upon Jor-Karroc. I would have set you higher than any king, any god. With both hands would I have given to you. But you were foolish, proud, arrogant, and I handed you a defeat you have never recovered from. Sent you humiliated, beaten, broken, wailing in pain and anguish. Do you remember? Then you have some small grasp as to what I shall do to your champion.
You focus too much on the past, Kurol. That girl you scourged, she indeed did die, and from her ashes I have risen. I will not claim you could not ruin me again, should we do battle. For you are wreathed in power, such as I cannot fathom. But you are changed this cycle. I can see it in the ashes on the breeze. I can feel it in the rhythm of the earth. My folly was trying to resurrect the Imperium of old. That time is gone, and none now live who remember it. The way of the world is not restoring the long gone, but creating anew. You call the half-breed broken. I say she is ready to be born. You think the assassin is jealous and bitter. I say she is at a crossroads of life, with opportunities aplenty. You say the princess will be silenced. I say her voice will proclaim nations and call events. You claim Sephiroth serves you? I believe his own claims. You doubt my champion? Then you and he are of a like mind, but only one of you can create.
You have revealed your mind to me, Lorindil. You fear my growing influence. You know my rise is inevitable and close. And you know you cannot prevent it.
All hope now rests on the chosen, and they are lost in darkness.
Don't have my armor, I can't kiss him.
I mean, you
Well,
can. It just
you
won't do
can.
anything.
Sarah, why
Don't
you
let that
kicking him?
stop you.
I'm bringing you back to life. Sarah, you're not wearing armor. Oh, if I try really hard. No. No.
How's that? Not too loud? Not too quiet?
Pretty good.
A little bit lower? Yeah. Okay. Right. So, the evil party of the Rat Paladin, sent by his dark god, with full admittance from him.
No,
Yes, this denial also gives strength.
no. Therefore, you're
Lies.
still supporting your dark
Well,
monster.
it was true that the Dark God sent us down here after you cast.
It was a cooperative effort.
Ever have you served?
No.
Smart down.
And so it is that you find yourselves before this quadruple amputee human who runs the pits, and he's just finished saying, someone grab the quill soon, because I can't read anything. The drow woman in a red coat leans over and picks up the quill, and says, well, giants are hardly an appropriate foe. I suggest Wirren.
Afraid we're going to beat your giant?
No, because you will be fighting a Wirren. Thief. And she takes off her gauntlet, smashes you across the face, and then across the dick. Oh! And then she turns to the two of you. And silent. Okay, again! Scream!
What?
Scream, man, you are weak. You fear the pain. Self-control, endurance, whatever you got.
Self-control, maybe not.
Am I rolling below a stat, or...
It's below a stat.
Well, it's a 5, so it's below something.
As long as he doesn't roll arousal.
Whiz-based, int-based.
Endurance.
Con-based.
Con-based, it's still below that.
Fine. This infuriates and angers her. Take them to the holding cells. Make sure they're in no condition to fight. Yes. Of course, I will do this immediately. Come on, you ruffians. The drow guard with the wavy, shining, Fabio-esque hair. It's like Stephen after Aiden left. You saw the very real picture. We're taken away to the cells. The women are put in one much nicer cell that doesn't have shit all over the floor, and the male characters are put into the shitty dumb cell full of shit and dumb.
Is in with us or them?
Emma's wherever who is ever carrying her, because she's not going to move on her own, is taking her. So whoever that is.
Likely end up with us then.
Yeah, unless I give her to Roya. But I wouldn't know necessarily that they're going to nicer cells, so...
Shove. Shove. The drow guard taunts you through the bus. We will see you as so large and pretty soon. Soon you will be so ugly no one will look at you.
I'd hate to see the other guy.
How to confuse
This
the drow.
confuses him and he just walks off going like...
Perfect.
You showed him.
You can't beat them. Confuse them. It's utterly.
We may need more of this.
Scribbles, are you sure you want to be here?
Scribbles gives you the distinct impression, is like, no, but I was never asked.
You feel he wishes he was still in Voldaren.
Horn Roy's cleavage.
This is a good place to be. Well,
How would you know? Stop encouraging him, Sulin. Thus implying that this was indeed an in-character thing that was said.
This is telepathic communication.
Scribbles, I reluctantly suggest that perhaps you should go somewhere a bit safer.
Very good.
If only I had parchment, maybe I could get you to deliver a message to that female drow in the purple. She seems to hate the one in the red.
You're not falling for that, surely.
But who's...
It's right. Your cells are opposing it. You can clearly hear
they're,
each other.
they're literally just there.
Just right on opposite sides of the hall.
Ours just looks really
Fine, I'll
good.
still smell the shit then.
Ours is a breeze going through.
AC.
Yeah, theirs has the little window up there, so the breeze goes this way.
Perhaps Sulin and Roya, should any opportunities arise to get us out of this, you two should handle things.
I'll try.
Well, females are better regarded here than males. That much is evident.
So we decide how we're going to beat this thing.
Well, they're not going to give us weapons and armour, are they? If we can get it to sting itself, that's about the only chance we've got. I believe Wirren poison is fatal even to Wirrens.
If our stuff we
So
have...
let's give you this look. It's just like, fuck, you're confident.
Well, I mean, I am no battle master. Perhaps you have other ideas. That's the only thing I can think of without weapons at our disposal.
Yes.
A couple of drow walk past. They're wearing like Beastmaster style. Yeah, one of them was just like, another day, another survivor. We should drink to it and then see if we can find that merchant with that beauty kit. My skin is drying out so much. How is a woman ever going to look at me? Oh, you could tell her it is dried out from the harshness of battle. Ah, you are a clever man. I see my fortunes rising soon. Whoever they have got that Wirren for is in for a shock. Closer to a dragon, looks to me. I thought Wirrens only had 4 limbs. They do, but the cage clearly says Wirren. Oh well, glad it's not me. Then another drow runs up past me. It's like, guys, wait for me.
Zafiro,
Yeah.
what are the chances there's a dragon?
Well, if it's a dragon, it might improve our odds slightly, because the dragon's intelligent, it's not just a beast. It can be reasoned with. The world can't.
Well, it depends. How much they've captured it, stuck it in a cage, possibly drugged it.
Make it hungry.
You had to put that in my head, didn't you, Jor-Karroc? Thank you.
I wonder what arena they're planning on unleashing this thing in.
No
So
problem.
a dragon, what cage could keep it?
Chain it to the ground.
In this place, maybe it's possible.
Unless they hampered it. Surely its own fire could melt the chains that held it there.
What if it wasn't a fire dragon? Or they removed the gland?
That's brave.
Oh, why would they remove something that could hurt us?
That too. You are more an expert in combat with creatures, I would imagine.
Not dragons.
Wait, weren't you carried off by one? I distinctly remember Saphiro divulging all of your secrets to me in that manner.
Yes, I've been carried away by a dragon.
Well, how did you beat that one?
I reasoned with it afterwards.
And there's not really that much chance of that here, is there?
Depends.
What if this is some kind of pro-drow dragon?
Actually, you might be lucky and they might consider me still part of its horde.
What?
But it took me away and
Gave you breakfast? And you said, I come from an island down under, where women grow and men just don't.
What?
Wish I knew what
Can't you
dragon-
hear? Can't you hear the thunder? You better run. You better take It's a good song. I should write that to you for original.
Would it be about him?
I don't have enough songs about him. Why would I write a song about him? Shut up! You're just as imprisoned as me, and they're going to beat you senseless.
Because he's a man.
Yeah, that makes us in charge.
That won't
Sound-
take long.
Mostly me.
That won't take long. Apparently, I don't have much sense.
He admits it at last.
I just thought I'd better lighten the mood. Wish I knew what dragon thought of chosen ones.
They're probably not big fans. They'll be like, that's cultural appropriation.
We never did ask the
Stealing our shape.
Shadow Dragon.
No, I'm just wondering if we could show a dragon the mark. Perhaps I could refrain from. I mean, yes, you do have the most obvious one.
Get the feeling I'm gonna like
Sorry.
dragons less when we fight them.
True.
Squeak!
Scribbles, if we're going...
Squeak! Squeak!
Huh?
Squeak!
Mm-hmm.
Squeak!
Uh-huh.
Squeak!
We fly away on the dragon. Are you talking about...
Squeak! Squeak!
I don't have my hammer.
Oh.
Why not?
They took it off me. Sure, it burned their hand, and then... What, you think I can just bring it to myself?
You've done it before.
Surely Wall would be in way.
Well, that's why he does it when he's in the arena.
Maybe
It's
if
not
they
an
bring it out.
enclosed arena. I mean, aside from the fact that we're underground and it's all enclosed down here.
You couldn't even let me have that, could you?
No.
You just took it from me. You'll take everything else.
I'm sorry.
All right then. Right, survival though. How do?
Yes, our cell smells like shit.
Ah, is that because that dirt isn't in fact not dirt?
I don't want to test it.
Yorak?
It not dirt.
I really thought he was just going to say it poo.
That is shit.
No, oh shit, found corn.
There's always corn.
Here, eat.
I've never eaten corn in yet.
Surely some weapons we must be given, yes? Or
Yeah, a wooden stick maybe?
not?
Really, they sent those men out.
All I have are my lockpicks. I mean, I borrowed these. They're not really mine.
You still have them at least. Use them to escape.
It's an option.
No.
Maybe weapons could be found and hidden.
We're not as bad as you think we are.
Oh, I'm exactly as bad as he thinks I am.
Lean across,
You've got the invisible...
lean back, just
I don't say anything, but...
yeah,
Yeah, they did not see it, and they did not remove your tack.
yeah.
Well, perhaps there is hope after all.
I don't get it. What? Is it one of those things that we can't say out loud in case we're being listened to?
Because we are being listened to.
Could be the safest option.
If only they hadn't taken my harp, I could get us out of here in quick time. There's things about me you don't know.
Is it something hidden in the harp?
Yes.
Okay.
I certainly hope they don't find that compartment. That would be bad.
They probably just think it's an ordinary harp.
Well, if
You've seen it. There's no way they think that.
How familiar are they with surface or anything?
I don't... You really do just look at my cleavage all the time, don't you?
Not
No.
all the time.
he doesn't all the time.
Also...
Because when you turn around, he looks at the back.
Well, there's a lot to look at.
You also have beautiful eyes. And an exquisite jawline.
The resonance
The
chamber
neck's
of my
very-
harp is etched with lyrium. It glows, Saphiro. Yes, it was expensive. But I've been making a lot of money. A
And
lot of money.
can you...
And when
use-
Jolene suggested... Her Majesty suggested it, well...
And how can you use that lyrium in any fashion? Are you inclined that way?
It enhances the harp's range and tonal depth.
Is it very similar to his flute?
Oh, I shouldn't imagine it can go that far.
No, no,
Wish I had my flute,
the other
and we
flute.
could bring this whole city down to rescue us.
No, I was talking about the other flute.
Oh.
a drow woman. You think it might be a priestess of some kind, in black. Duh. Comes up there and she's flanked by two bodyguards, male bodyguards. They're in really good shape. You can tell because they're wearing like gemstone studded muscle thongs, and that's it.
Yep.
And they come up behind her, and one just goes like, and the other one's like. The drow woman looks amongst you and says, I might be encouraged to lay a wager on one of you and rescue you from what follows, if you will tell me which of you thinks you will win. Who will be alive at the end of the melee?
How long after?
Just who will win?
Malay, I thought we were fighting the Warren.
Yes, you and we'll all fight each other and they will win.
We're not fighting each other.
Oh, but you are.
Well, we team up to fight the Warren.
You can certainly do that, but you will win afterwards. Only one of you may leave alive. It has been posted. You are of course all honored to be participating in the House des Shard Games. Very entertaining, very prestigious. I know I am asking a lot. Maybe I could bestow another favor on you if you were to tell me. You will find I am quite generous. Pouty lips.
Well, if anybody's going to win, it's going to be you, so...
Anyone that has to live would have to be Roya.
What? I mean, yes. Why? I haven't exactly been brilliantly successful in a fight.
Scratch.
Rub boob.
What are we all scratching
Poke
our
stab
dragon
in the
marks
eye.
for?
No, I'm kidding.
Why are we all rubbing our dragon marks now?
I do not know.
Neither do I. So you think it will be your leader? Yes, of course. Yes, she looks the type. Too big. But yes, it makes sense. You will find is slight reward in this for you. He leaves. The guys are like, Okay, what the hell was that all about?
Do we know that she's dragon marked? I can't remember.
It's on her neck.
Okay, then I would.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I think normally it's under her hair.
Yeah,
she has to pull the hair back.
But we did know about it. I just again.
I couldn't remember if you knew specifically.
I'm pretty sure I did.
Okay.
Because 3 days to come back. At least we have to do stuff. I haven't got the gift that you have, and the others cannot.
I think they'll be a little more welcoming to you down here. At least you're of the height of them. I get looks. I don't like them.
It has to be one of us two, though, in the end.
Probably does. This is an unhappy kink to the whole thing.
Name's in no state to fight.
Is she even still alive? Saphira, can you do anything for her?
She's alive, she's just not there. It's like her soul's been not removed, but...
She's a half-orc. Does she have a soul?
It's like she's been cut off from the rest of the reality. She's trapped inside. I think when they
nothing either of you can do. You're
cut her hand off, it really got to her. She's no longer... I don't know if it's because she's no longer a warrior, she can't...
Why is she no longer a warrior?
I don't know. This isn't... I don't know, you'd have to ask her, but she's not talking. This is just supposition.
Jor-Karroc.
She normally uses two hands to wield an axe, now she can't.
Then she learns to do it other ways.
I mean, that's what I would think.
Gentleman orcs.
Like, you cut off your hand, you scratch them with the other. You learn to use one weapon and you hack out the heart of whoever did it to you. Get your own personal justice. They've lopped off your hand, you lopped off both of theirs.
This is a side of Saphira I like.
He's not wrong, though.
Well, why don't we ask our local expert?
John Dundalk's different. Jor-Karroc come from there long ago, but ways are lost. Become Orcland orcs. Not know her ways.
Was she not saying that her clan was better than yours? Doesn't look like it at the moment. Have you told her this?
Not sure we'd get through.
Nothing else is working at this moment, is it?
Those things Saphiro say should be said by her. Normally, she would be first to say those. Claim to shard hands.
I'm just trying to remember. Is a skill check copper or silver?
Skill, I think might be copper, and then attack is silver, and
Skill
then
is
save
copper.
is silver?
I believe it was saving throw was silver.
Saving is silver.
I want to spend to make 2 rolls of that. Not that idea that I talked to you about last week. If you know the one I'm thinking.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
Is it because it's too
like,
good?
Not at this. I don't. Feel, I
you
feel
think-
that there isn't like a physical impetus to make this check.
Oh,
at
wait.
this point.
Safe.
Now, this is one of those things where casual conversation revealed an unintended solve,
Oh.
and I don't like it.
Your copper skill checks, silver saving throws.
And gold is
And gold is just
Gold is-
combat, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, combat and combat
Advance
related
to
checks.
to hit rolls. Inspiration must be exchanged prior to the against extra hit die. Upon level up, first generation character. Yeah, so
yeah.
it's advantage to hit rolls is the key behind that one.
It's a shame she's half orc and we couldn't put the gauntlet on her.
That's what he thought about.
Might be fine.
It is probably the thing that we have thought of, but we
When
don't have the gauntlet.
Yeah, we have to get it first.
What's this conspiracy I hear?
He came up with the same thing.
Now I'm never allowing it. Denied. Conspiracy. Conspiracy to commit winning.
I came up with it all on my own.
No, you didn't. You're too dumb for that. You're the guy who was like 20 fucking episodes of Badgers deep going like, hey, I think Lisa might be into my character.
That's not.
See, the thing is, first you got to ask is which hand is cut off of.
Yeah, well, just put it on backwards.
Oh my god!
It's the opposite. It definitely is.
So I know which hand it is, but you need to know what hand hers is.
It's the other one that isn't there. It's the anti-backwards hand.
The anti-backwards.
It is not that hand. It is a
Anyway,
Yep.
right hand. Yeah, there we go.
whichever way this goes.
I mean left.
Whichever way this goes, you and
I mean
Roy
middle.
are going to have to be the ones
The doom
to
hand.
make any negotiations. Stumps an orc. Even if him were to come right, she's still an orc as well, even if she is female, and I'm a male. It probably doesn't help how large I am.
If we die.
What 6 red tabarded drow guards come up. One of them is a female. 5 of them are male. They are all dressed in that black armor with a slight pearlescence to it in the light, the flickering light of the torch. And they stop before you all. The leader turns her helmet towards your cage, because women. Which of you speaks for the party?
Royal.
I do, I guess. We thought so. The pretense that a man could lead your party was an obvious lie. And since we have found out who you are, we know how to treat you. Come with us, princess. I'm supposed to be fighting anything. Oh, I did not. You will come with us, or we will simply beat you here in front of your friends.
Go. I'm just nodding without saying anything.
She is removed from your cell. 2 guards come in with maces drawn. Back into the corner. I would love an excuse to hit a woman.
Back into the edge of the cell.
Edge is back!
I'm not going to the corner, but we're going to the corner because technically there's a corner. We go like this.
The guards come in, apprehend Roya, and remove her from the cell before the others back out. Two guards lead her off. You were foolish to try and deceive us. And now your leader will suffer because of your deceptions that a man can lead. Even the surfaces would not be so foolish as to have an ordinary cleric overrule a princess.
No, and the surface Saphira leads. We chose down here
So
for
you
Roya to lead
continue
down
this
here.
deception.
On the surface he leads.
That's true.
This is obviously just to protect the identity of your high-born leader. Well,
Her father gave her into his care.
nonetheless, the punishment will be visited upon the leader as is appropriate.
Then you should visit upon me.
This deception is what earned her her punishment.
And your
And
punishment.
you just attested she spoke to you. So which is the lie she shall be punished for?
Next time Saphira, I'll go lead her. I apologise.
Now, you are honored, nonetheless, to be chosen for the games of Dishar, the greatest house. You must know that. You are silent. You do not know?
We know nothing of your culture.
As Dishad is the leading house. The Dominar comes from here. The army is headed by it for the most part. We have the finest clerics, the largest and most powerful house with the most influence. The games you will take part in will bring glory to that. So if you fight well, you will bring glory to As Dishad. If you fight poorly, you will just die quicker. So there is no slight. But since we wish you to give a good show before you die, what weapons do you prefer?
My hammer.
A hammer. Will a mace do? Or do you need an hammer?
I prefer a hammer.
Hammer or maul?
Single-handed hammer.
I suppose you're going to want a shield as well.
That'd be nice.
Straight blade.
A straight blade? A long sword? A short sword?
Shots will be fine.
A civilized weapon? But you are the woman. And you, orc.
A sling and axe.
Yes, simple savage weapons. For savage. And you, mouse.
Squeak.
Jeez. What?
Squeak.
You cannot equip a troll as a weapon.
Squeak.
Neither can you have another Wiran.
Squeak. 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 Squeak.
Perhaps that can be arranged. And what about your cripple? Your stump?
single hand axe, perhaps?
We shall see what can be arranged.